Hello and welcome back to Khans of the Steppe. We are now 16 and that means we need to figure out what exactly we're going to do with this character. Now, there is a really important time for our character in 3 years, because in 3 years, the Eastern Steppe and the Western Steppe are going to enter either Drought or White Zud, so they're both going to suddenly become a lot worse. However, the Central Steppe has a high chance of going into Everlasting Summer. So the way I see it, we're going to enter one of these, very quickly we're going to use up our fertility, and then we're going to be looking at potentially going for this empire, right? We maybe want to move into Tartaria here, with our empire here, thereby allowing us access to the Everlasting Summer, and getting us closer to land, which is going to be better for us to raid. And if we look here at the economic map mode, you can kind of see, economy-wise, we're not getting a lot up here. Obviously, we're getting herd from our raiding, but beyond that, we're not actually getting a ton. If we have a look at the development map mode as well, which is, I always forget what it is. Oh, it's Control D. That actually makes sense. You can see the development's not very good here, but if we get further over this way, we have a lot of very, very valuable land which we could raid. So if we're able to take that empire, we could go on like an adventure raid into this land and get a ton of money and a ton of prestige and a ton of other good things. While up here, an adventure raid all the way down this way is a little much, right? It's a very long time for not a lot of benefit. So I think that might be our goal. So in like 3, 4, 5 years, we're going to be thinking about moving into here. That's basically the plan. We want to use up the fertility in the land that we're in and move. Now, this works out very nicely for the plan that we had previously, which is maybe going to university. If we go to university and come back, that's going to be a 3 to 5 year trip, which is perfect, pretty much, for us. We do that trip, we come back, we declare our war, we move. That, I think, would work very well. However, I don't know what order you do things in. I don't know whether you can declare wars while you're on an activity, or whether you can go on an activity when you're at war. I can't remember the order of events, so I do want to declare a little war or do an activity just to check, before we commit to like a 3 or 4 to 5 year trip. So, I think we might do an activity. We might do that first. Also, between episodes, I did offer vassalization to this person. The reason I offered vassalization to this person is because I didn't realize I wasn't recording yet. And it said, do you want to offer vassalization? And I went, yeah, sure, why not? They'd say yes for nothing. So, anyway. Let's sort out our court and stuff, and then we'll think about what we're going to do. So, call for assembly. Sure, we'll do that. That seems like a good idea. This is the one that makes our land get extra fertility growth. Wonderful. Empty council position. Do we have anybody who is our friend? We have cousins and things. You know what would be easier? I have one friend. So is she able to be on our council? No, because she's 15. When does she come of age? She comes of age on the 8th of May. So that would seem reasonable. Yeah, I'm just checking something. So are these guys all male? They might all be male. That would definitely be a problem here if we were going to put her in charge, because she wouldn't be eligible. They all look like men to me. I'm just going to say that. Yeah, I think that is a bad plan I've had. Okay. So, in that case, if we can't put somebody who is already going to be obedient to us in charge, we probably want to put a powerful person in charge who's kind of good at their job. Now, you've got a lot of intrigue, but your intrigue isn't actually useful, right? Because none of these tasks here are intrigue. So, yeah, what else have we got here? I guess you're probably the best with your really average stewardship. I guess you've also got... Actually, you've got reasonable diplomacy. Yeah, I guess we'll put you in here and we'll leave you on the diplomacy task. I think that's fine. Now, you're still going to be disobedient. That's fine. But, you know, might as well put him on the council for now. It gets him closer. Lower dread than him. Well, I mean, our dread is at 26. It's not that much lower, but anyway. It's fine. We can go on a hunt. That seems like a good idea. Right, our brother can marry. Now, our brother would still get us an alliance, apparently. We get an alliance with Mijinja here, if we wanted to. How do we feel about that? I don't feel great about that. Also, she's 34. I mean, it's not terrible, but... Let's see who else is available. You could marry my cousin, Anara. You could do. You could marry many of our cousins. Yeah, the person's spindly. I'm guessing, yeah, whoever... I've also just realized, whoever you... like, if you have children, they're going to be... No, you would still be of our dynasty, right? Because it doesn't kick you out of the dynasty, it just means that you can't inherit. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll just go to the marriage one filter. Let's unpause and repause, and then pause again. There we go. Oh, the factions disappeared. That makes life easier. Right. You. Is my marriage one filter working? It is. Wonderful. Wow, there really aren't that many options. I guess you're going to marry this person then. Yeah, that's fine. When I limited the options, it became a lot easier to choose. I can change my vassal's contract. That's fine. I'm not that bothered about it. Do a few concubines. We can fix that in time. Do we have anyone left in our prison? We have one person. Alright, I'll get a hook for you. Right, unpause. Marriage proposal accepted. Vassalization accepted. Cool. We could go on a hunt. Let's maybe do a Nurge. We could do a Nurge in Lena. No mountaineers. Max party size. And then I can uninvite anyone who's going to be too far away. So I could do something like this, I suppose. There we go. So they're all got 0 travel. Yeah, so we've got a bunch of people joining and they've all got 0 days travel, which is what we want. So then it will start instantly. Yeah, that's what we're after. I want to succeed. Yeah, let's do it. Start a hunt. So that's fine. We'll say soon. Now pause. Great Nurge is beginning. Before we do anything else, I just want to see, can I declare war? No, so you're in activity already. So it's you can be at war, then do an activity. You can't do an activity, then be at war. I think it's that way around. So I think we would want to declare a war, then we'd want to start our trip. I understand. Okay. We also have a ton of money. Do I want to buy these guys up? I guess it's going to cost me herd, but I could get another set of men at arms as well. We get like horse archers or something. Tarkins were pretty good, right? They counter heavy infantry and heavy cav. You counter skirmishers. You counter archers. And we still have anything that counters horses, unfortunately. We get more steppe riders, I suppose. Yeah, they're probably going to be good, especially if we move into the land over here. Like, what's the terrain like over here? Terrain is Control G. It's all just steppe, which horse riders are great in, right? Or steppe riders are great in. Yes. Let's get some more of these guys then. And then I can increase it. Yeah, let's just go max size here. Let's just get those ready. Hunt forgotten. Wait, I thought I saw here. Must belong to less fortunate hunters. She snarkily remarks, presenting a blood-stained bow, the wood chipped. So I could give her the bow, or I could keep it, I suppose. What is our new character like? I don't know. I guess we could probably just give it away again. Or I could say get back on your horse. Maybe just go for a successful Nurge. Yeah, maybe my goal this time is just the most successful Nurge. Let's try that. Let's go back into the Nurge. Tactics of the chase. We must be gruesome, ruthless, as we are to our foes, Deir exclaims. Savintik, nodding in agreement, adds, but there will be no strength in numbers if we do not work together. Before another argument can break out, Kokotoi steps in to offer his own advice. We can stick to tradition, but with patience, watch the animals, close in on them slowly, and strike when they least expect it. In the midst of their chatter, they turn to me, awaiting my opinion. Hard and fast, I think, is what we went for previously. I think that's what we're going to stick with. Hard and fast. I'm wounded. I'm no longer wounded. Wonderful. The greatest hunter. It is clear as day that my arrow struck the beast, Nara exclaims. You were too far behind to have even hit it. Ilugu scoffs. The tension between the two grows as their argument distracts from the task at hand. So we can have prepared meat. We can have a test of strength, or it was my arrow. Let's have a test of strength. Ilugu wins the fight. Wonderful. A rogue stag. One arrow directly at its heart and it'll be ours, Kagan. Leave it to me. Aim well. Or don't let it be a distraction. Oh no, I'm definitely going to try and shoot this thing. We did! We got a prowess increase. Nice, our prowess is now 19. And the Nurge is done. We got a little legitimacy, we got a little money, we got a little prestige, we got a little dread. Good. That's reasonable. Yeah, we've ended up with a little prestige there. It's not the end of the world. Hold court we can do now. Oh, does holding court cost you prestige? That's why we weren't able to do it previously? I'm assuming that's the case. I can also just demand this person gives me herd. Let's do that. It does. It costs us 125. I don't want to hold court because I want to declare war. So I think if we declare war on Great Liao here... Oh, wait, you're... Ilbatar, Kadar Ul of the Shore Urkais of... in the Liao dominance over them. Oh, so you're losing in your war against these guys. I see. I thought they were having a dominance war declared on them, and I'm like, oh, that's not good, because that means that that's all going to be controlled by someone else. But no, they're just losing in their current war. So I could declare a war here and expand dominance, take that, invade kingdom. Costs way too much prestige, that's the problem. How about, where's the bring under tribute? 300 prestige? I could do it, but I would take a fame penalty of 600, which would knock me down from illustrious. That's kind of the war I want to do, though. It's the right time to do it. Alright, I'm going to hold court and hope I can get the prestige. Legend Cooptation. It's been a while since I arrived at your court. I've carefully observed how you rule and address realm matters, both small and grandiose. I have been nothing but deeply impressed. Among the bureaucrats, there is an old tale of a legendary ruler from a distinguished dynasty. It's a story my mother told me when she was young. She heard it first from her mother, oh so long ago. And now I have the pleasure, or great pleasure, of telling you that you are the legendary Kagan of Buryato legends, and I believe any true son of Buryat would agree with me. Let's say a Kurzo ruler does not care for what Buryat peasants gurgle about. Gives us renown and prestige. Empty granaries. My lord, Oud has been hit hard by recent enemy occupation. The people are starving. Our fields are not recovering and our livestock is not enough to survive anymore. We beg you to intervene and save your devoted subjects with your great magnanimity. Okay, I can use money and get county investment. Alright, I'm not going to do that. I can get tax relief. I'm also kind of not going to do that. Find the right person for the job, or I'm sure you can manage on your own. I'm going to say I'm not going to do that, because we're planning on moving in 3 years. Shishina is rampant with unrest and banditry, my lord. Spare but a little coin for the region and control may be restored. So I can spend money, and then we can get extra control there. Excessive bloodshed, or I don't have time for this. I'm just going to say I don't have time for this. Yeah. Ooh, we can get a new Dynasty Legacy. That's cool. I'm going to grab Scorched Earth. Movement speed over land while raiding goes up. It's because it's in the new track. That's why I'm going to grab it. Are there ones that are better? Yes. Yeah, no doubt there are better ones. However, you know, it's in the new track, so we're going to do it. So I didn't gain enough prestige there. Do we have anything else that would give us prestige? Introduce heir. Have my player heir become friends with somebody? Maybe become blood brothers with your player heir. Interesting. Not what I'm going to do, but interesting. Also, who is our heir? Our heir is our sister. Yeah, it's kind of weird, because this is meant to be like a child event, right? Anyway, I am tempted to just take the fame hit. So I think if I could make these guys a tributary, it would be worth so much. I kind of feel like I want to do that. And wait, are they in let me just check something. Are they in that kingdom? They are at the... Oh, no, they're in that kingdom at the bottom, or that empire at the bottom. I can't do that, because then I can't migrate here. Damn. Yeah. Because I've got to check where I can migrate to in the future. We could just go on the trip without doing this nonsense. I guess we could just go on the trip. And raid. Go on the trip and raid. That's probably the other option. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Let's plan a trip to university. University visit. Plan it. Alright, where do we want to go? That's the next question. Now, usually, you'd be like, I want to go to Byzantium, because you get a huge bonus there. However, there are a couple of reasons I don't want to do that. The first is, if we're planning on migrating here, then that's going to be a much better place to go on like a second university trip, especially if we then migrate further west after that, right? That would then be a much better place to go on a second trip. The other reason I don't want to go there is because it's really far away. So I think it will just take a long time, and I don't think there's a lot between here and there. Like, I don't think there are that many places that will get us extra experience. I'm kind of tempted by somewhere like oh, there's disease here. I'm kind of tempted by somewhere down here. Maybe this one. That's got a university and large religious center. That's a lot of bonuses right there. Yeah, we could go here, and then there's a ton of different nations here and here that we could grab stuff off of. I think that has to be where we go. I think this makes sense. I'm going to add a piety cost, but that's okay. Let's get rid of that for now as well. And then let's assume we're doing the max one. Cool. I have just enough money to make this worth it. Alright, so it's a dangerous trip currently. What's dangerous? Things that a mountaineer would fix, I think. Let's go mountaineer. It takes away the very dangerous stuff. What about just the minorly dangerous stuff? Like desert. If it's desert, we probably need a desert warrior, right? That makes it very not dangerous. Cool. Alright, and it's just within budget. Alright, let's customize our route as well while we're here. So, from here, this one looks like somewhere I should go, and it gives us the trait Traveler, which means we'll start gaining Traveler experience, which seems like a very valuable place to go first. Then, definitely Karakorum. And I'm just locking in places I want to go along the way. Yeah, so we definitely want to go there. Do I want to head up here? Yeah, it's martial lifestyle, so I want to head all the way to the edge of the map there. Then into this one, to a battle, which will get me more martial lifestyle experience. Chance I gain the rough terrain expert as well there. No reason to take that really dangerous path. Let's head down to Rima. So that's where I'm going. I think I could head south from here. Head down to Pagan and Dagon. Because there are multiple things here. Yeah. And then head back. So these are now really dangerous. Why? Because it's jungle. Do I want to take the really dangerous route? I guess it kind of fits with my philosophy, but it is really dangerous is the other negative. On the way in, do I want to head over here to grab that one? And that one? I think I might. Unless I want to go down here, grab those, and then head back in this way, which actually might be a better idea, yeah. So I'm going to go to that thing. Down here. How long's our trip currently? 4 years. See, I was thinking we can go to all sorts of places here as well. If it's 4 years, that's kind of the right time frame for us to be heading back, unfortunately. So let's go there. Then there. I think I can go from here to here. That makes sense to me. So which one is that? That is Rima. So from Rima, I can go into that one. Yeah. Then on the way back, I'm going to head to Lhasa. So we are kind of doubling back on ourselves a little bit there. Then I'm going to try and head to Kocho on the way back there. So that takes us that route. Then means I can head through this one. And this one on the way back. Yeah. So it's a very big trip on this side of the map. Yeah, and you can see what I was meaning, by the way. If we were to go to Byzantium here, we would go this route. It would take 4 years, and there's nothing on that route at all. We would have to go south, which would be too long, I think. Yeah. Even this is a little long, so it's okay. The dangerous ones are the jungle. Are we happy with that? We could potentially fire you and instead go for mercenary guards to make it less dangerous. Potentially. If I fire the mountaineer and instead go for a jungle stalker here. That's the best. It's too expensive for us to start though. Oh no, it isn't. We could start it with this much. We'd just be in debt for a very short amount of time. I think this is what we're after. Yeah, I think I'm ready to go. Let's start our university visit. Let's do it. Right. And we're going to get back just in time to marry our wife, which is perfect. Right. Thank you for the herd, random person. Now, if we're going to raid, we should get some raiders raised. People suggest I don't need to get everyone for raiding. I kind of feel like I do. Oh, you're the other person I was going to take as a concubine, right? Yes, you were. So we'll take you as a concubine. Right, and then I can take that pinned character off. Right. Okay. Also, Faithful Blade's cool. Yeah, it's holy. It used to be called Holy Warrior, not Faithful Blade, actually. Why is it called that now? Does it level up to Holy Warrior? Nope. Okay, it's just called Faithful Blade. Cool. Maybe it's called something different in different cultures. That might be the answer I'm looking for. Yeah, people would suggest I didn't need as many troops. The reason I have this many troops when I'm raiding is because I'm looking at places like this and thinking, if I go with like half the amount, could end up with like a potentially bad raid. Someone to terrorize? Not really. I think I'm happy for an adventure right now. Let's just see. How about these guys? The guys I want to declare war on eventually. Why don't you start making your way down here? Let's start with this place. Yeah. Cool. Now we're on our trip. Journeying through Mberakul, I pass by a peculiar-looking tent splayed open with a yet more peculiar-looking occupant inside. Oh, come in, O mighty Kagan. I can tell you have many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future travels for a modest price. The strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a reading? Obviously, this fits perfectly into it. It's a 50-50. Yeah, tell me my future, O wise one. And there's money we don't have. Good omens. Wonderful. A language barrier. Hey, we would have got lost. However, I speak the language, so we didn't. The Metal Man. Truly, a stroll through Kuda is a gift from Ul'jin. The tranquility of this place is suddenly and abruptly broken by the furious grunts and clattering of armor. Hark! Get me out of this metal prison. My squire took offense at my manner, even go so far as to call me heartless and has abandoned me. Whatever the strange man did could not have been enough to justify being stuck forever in his armor. I could, of course, have someone help him, but is it truly worth it? Consider the armor gone for a price? Offer him loyal squires for his fealty, or leave him to his fate? Well, we'll recruit you. We'll recruit the Heartless. It seems good. I can demand herd from you. Yeah, give me more herd. I need as much as I can get. People are plotting. I'll just let everyone know about that. Where's our army? It's there. Okay. I lost my master of the hunt. Why? He's infirm. Alright, I need a new master of the hunt. Master of the chase. So, you're currently disobedient, and you're currently disobedient. Wow, your marshal's terrible. Are you about to die? Oh, yeah. You guys are about to die, right? Well, you're not, but yeah, you're about to die. This guy's not going to be good at it either, right? Toulouse. No. Although there are a lot of them. Yeah, look how many people are excellent here. That is a crazy number who are good at the job. But he isn't among them, at least as far as I saw there. Let's put in one of the older guys, because then I can replace him with somebody who's more useful later if I need to. Oh, I have somebody who can be a siege engineer. We'll stick you in there, even if we're not necessarily going to use you right now. Right. I gained walking dog for 10 years. Fantastic. That's just, we have a dog. Travel, the golden flock. The air around us is no longer silent. Glancing up, I notice a few large birds circling above, their cries echoing across the steppe. Captain Quitesk of the Kyrgyz band of Kojuk points out that they are golden eagles, a rare sight in these parts. He gushes about their hunting capabilities, and that many keep them as lifelong companions, even suggests that we should try to capture one of them, as it could be of great use to us in the future. This is interesting, so I'm guessing this means it's a nomadic event, but what's interesting about it is that they had this mechanic where they were showing what DLC it came from in the top right, but instead of that, they're now showing that it's a nomadic event in the top left. I don't know, I'm guessing this is because maybe it's not DLC specific, maybe they added it in as part of the free patch, I don't know. Anyway. So I can delay 5 days and wait for the right chance to catch a hunting eagle. We have supplies to spare for a trap and bait. A huntsman can deal with it. That's nice and all, but no need for a bird. Okay. Let's say nimble hands are all I need. I've captured a golden eagle. Oh, I need a name for my eagle. Name for my eagle. What am I gonna call my eagle? I have no idea. We're gonna call you, I honestly have no eagle names immediately in my head. You're gonna be called Astana, because that's the name the game gave me. And I'm, like, I was not even grasping it like a bad one there. I was just like, nope, can think of nothing. I lost my Caravan master, but luckily Jangar is with us and he can do everything. And you're no longer my Yurchi. Is Caravan master's the one I auto set though, right? Yeah, I set it to auto put in somebody. So Yurchi must be quartermaster. What does it give us? Men-at-arms maintenance. That's pretty good. I'll put in my cousin here. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. This person's mad, so I lost stress. I just lost some prestige out of nowhere for no reason. Gained wandering lifestyle and got ourselves the traveler trait. That now means that we can start building up the traveler trait, so we can start getting all the bonuses it gives, including travel speed, which will probably be useful. Continuing over this way. Night by the campfire. See, this is what I was meaning. Like, the event is from Wandering Nobles. The event is from the DLC. So why, like, I would assume that the other one should say the event is from that DLC, but it's not. So maybe it was added in the free patch. That's all I was meaning. Yeah, we'll choose extra embellishment. We always go for the one that's the challenge, as per our rules. Homeward bound. After a long day of travel, the horizon starts to bleed into warm colors. I take a moment to pause, close my eyes and breathe. Careful! Captain Kutesk of the Kyrgyz band of Kojuk screams, pointing at the steppe beyond the path we follow. What looks like a small rodent is running into the wild and chasing after it, a grey figure I easily recognize. I will personally find my pet. It doesn't take much to track the growling and broken twigs down to their origin. A short horse sits over a leaf litter, licking her grey paws from the blood of her victim. The squirrel is almost unrecognizable next to her. I can have an adventurous pet for 2 years, or I can be paranoid. You can have an adventurous pet. That's good. I lost my personal physician and my antiquarian. Thuggish recruiting. Oh no, I don't need you to increase levy size, because that's literally useless, because I don't have levies. Why don't you get me money? Actually, you know what? Why don't you get me counselor opinion? Right. We need people for these positions, so let's get ourselves a new personal physician. I don't have anyone who's good, so I'm going to put in the person who's going to die. Antiquarian. That can be my player heir for now. Right. Hey, 450 martial lifestyle experience for visiting the capital of Great Leal. I'm going to grab Stalwart Leader. For obvious reasons, it means that you're less likely to die if you're leading an army. Seems important to me, personally. Right. People are scheming at court. I'll not worry about that too much. Apparently this is worth raiding. Then why don't you go raid it on the way past? Hot outside. Just as we're about to set out, it starts pouring down, rain as far as the eye can see. I can't help but curse my poor luck. But I had seen the dark clouds come in for a while. If we want to make our journey on time, we have the time to set out, but it is a risky journey with the weather being what it is. So a little bit of rain won't hurt anybody. Right. Okay. The Mercenaries of Boro, Borgasu. We sit in a quiet tavern in Boro, Borgasu when a loud band of ragged-looking sellswords comes barging in. Their brutish leader pushes one of my guards aside and audaciously sits down at my table. A noble man, eh, my lord? Interested in the services of the best band of mercenaries in Boro, Borgasu. More loyal men than you'll ever find, at least if you pay us properly. I can try and get this person to join me. I'm just joining a small break. You can join me, random person, with incredible prowess. People are trying to kill my courtiers. No, that's unacceptable. Look your caravaneers. As we travel along the outskirts of Camille, I see a trail of caravan camels in the distance, and soon we meet with their strange leader. Good evening to you, worthy friend. Come in, come in. I promise you that what I have in my stall, like Kocho herself, are for more than they seem, he says, showcasing countless shining trinkets before my eyes. Okay, the sentence is weird. I'm going to move on. Do I want the mysterious puzzle? No, it's not very good. We can steal it. We can make a deal. I'm not interested. I don't really want to steal it either. I'm kind of just not interested in the garbage puzzle. That's my raid. You just stole my raid. Look, you're a woman. I have seen the world and beheld its many wonders in my travels, but never have I beheld such beauties as the ones I've seen in Urtu Bulak. Truly, Ugyur women are cut above all the rest. One particularly fascinating one has taken my eye as of late, a peasant woman by the name of Essen. A pretty little darling, she is far too pleasing to my eye to spend her days slaving away in Urtu Bulak. She will be by my side forever. We will take her as a concubine. I don't think I get to raid that, no. They stole my raid. Well, I'm going to raid your capital then, as punishment. There we go. We'll head over here. We'll raid it. Nice. So we've raided that. We've also apparently captured prisoners in one of them. Let's have a look here. Prisoners, you're not that good, but I will recruit you. Yeah. Cool. Next raid. Child of my dynasty. We have a niece named Essen. Yep. Just name every character Essen from now on, or Essen. The man herd, sure. I can ransom you for money, sure. Seems reasonable. Head up to this one. We actually don't have much supply left here. That's not good. Gonna need to figure that one out. Danger, not a drop. Our journey to Sumapor has unfortunately brought us directly through the wastelands of Chogetuhur. We are not prepared to undertake this long stretch without a single source of water. Many of my companions have begun to look as awful as dry turnips. I need to do something and fast. Kill a random courtier. Or it drinks like a horse no more. We're not killing him, we're just depriving him of water in a desert. Or we need to push on. Well, if he lives, he lives. He managed to live. Well done him. Sentry of the Silent Dunes. In the silence of Shunzao, where the hot winds sculpt the sands, a solitary watchtower stands vigilant. Its keeper, an austere sentinel, greets us warmly. Esteemed guests, is there anything I can do for you? Perhaps you would like to join me to gaze upon the calm of the drylands. Let's rest on your protection. Or are we following the right track? Because it's 10% speed for the entire journey. That's pretty good. We can also gain Desert Watchman for the entire journey, which is 20% travel speed and 20% travel safety. And we get this guy. That seems pretty good. Yeah, perhaps you could be our guide in these lands. So So we're now going even quicker. How much left is in our trip? Or how much of our trip is left? Also, where are we? Oh, we're here, I see. So I go and have a look at the trip now. 16 months to... Oh, I need to view travel. That's it. Still 4 years left. I have no caravan master. I guess because it didn't select a caravan. Ah, no, that's a problem, actually. Yeah. We just recovered our movement speed, but no, because I have auto select on the caravan master, it didn't give us the event to select somebody who's in our company, which means that we don't get the benefits of the caravan master. I need to turn automation off for that. It's terrible. Yeah, it takes away the event that means that you can hire somebody who's in your caravan so you get the bonuses. Yeah, that's absolutely terrible. Yep, okay. Hadn't realized the implication of that up until now. That is extremely annoying. But it was also predictable. I just needed to think about the consequences of that. Do we need any of this? I guess I guess Accolade Glory Gain is good, but I kind of want to go down here, I guess. Go down Strategist. It is the best. So, yeah, especially if you get it early. And halving the cost of Casus Belli is great to start with. I'm going to chase down this army and kill it. A small deal. As we walk through Chon Kao, we are caught up in a crowd of people waiting for a large cart full of building materials to move out of the way. I don't need your stuff, I already got it cheaper somewhere else. One man shouts at another, the other one looks crestfallen and confused. But what am I supposed to do with these then? We can buy them. No, building construction cost is garbage to us. We don't have buildings. You might be like, what about all the ones in your domicile? Those aren't buildings, those are domicile buildings, those are different. So this is going to do nothing for us. Trading resources, again, we don't have buildings, so it's actually garbage. A quarrelsome lot. As we trek through Chuan Kao, our caravan is stopped at a clearing bordered by leafy bushes. I proceed towards the commotion only to find Bork and Kutesk having an irate row. I'll have no more of your idiocy, you evil bastard. Bork stamps his foot in the dirt. You're the one who has whined on this entire journey. Squealing, are we there yet, at every crossroads, Kutesk retorts. Just to be fair to Bork here, we did deprive him of water crossing the desert. So I feel like he has reasons to argue. Anyway, we're going to choose this one because we take every challenge. So let's do it. Kutesk left our entourage. Was he not our... I'm hoping that means that his group didn't leave. Like, I'm hoping that means that his mercenary guards didn't leave. It's just him. We'll see. Anyway. Echoing horns. The echoing call of horns fills the air as we traverse the hills near Huozhao. The hill forts resonate with the sound, a call to arms that has sounded through generations. Mere seconds after the first blaring, a throng of garrisoned Bodpa warriors emerge from the closest fortification, charging a group of terrified highwaymen and bandits. Well, we must help them. It is the only answer here. We killed all the bandits and got a bunch of prestige. It's good. A woman of unusual skills. After we have travelled together for a while, I have noticed there is something about Yasui. Every morning she is up training, swinging her blade around. Even tonight, while everyone else is busy enjoying their food, she is off on her own going through her awe-inspiring exercises. I can't help but want to emulate parts of her lifestyle. We can get Blade Master? 95% chance we get Blade Master? That's huge. We did. Oh ho. Now we're talking. Danger. Serpent. As we head towards Sumapor, we stop in our tracks for a short break. Many are circled around a campfire, keeping warm and sharing stories. Yasui is off in the distance, perhaps looking for some game. She reaches into the grass but lets out a squeal immediately after. She has been bitten by a viper. Eventually the serpent releases its fangs from her flesh, but it is clear the venom is taking its toll. Best to let her body rest. Isen is quite smart, maybe she can help, or that's enough, move on. Isen, you will help. Well, hopefully she doesn't die. Oh, we won the battle? Wait, where's our army? Yes, we won the battle up here. I can beat them up again and then head through here. Just for no reason, just beat up this random army that's all the way over here. Ice is getting me prestige each time it happens, but it is a little rude just to destroy these armies as they spawn. What war are you even in? Defending in a domain expansion by the humans. Oh. I actually kind of probably want to let you do that. The enemy banner, we destroy it. Yeah, for the prestige. Head over here. Grab a little bit more money from over here. The Sorcerer of Zagyab. Zagyab is a land of strange and obscure custom to me. The practices of your Bonpo faith are strange and unimaginably different from Tengriism, and nowhere is that more apparent than in their attitude towards the practice of magic. Right in the middle of town, there is a man chanting incantations and offering blessings as if he were a shaman. It is strange to me, but the people here are positively jubilant to be in his presence. It must be made to understand that sorcery is a sin. There is so much to learn. There's really none of my concern. Well, as much as I would like to become a witch, this is a challenge. So, he must be made to understand that sorcery is a sin. I lost the debate. He defeated me with facts and logic. It's not good. Right. A lowly delicacy. On our way through Rima, we appear to have stumbled into a local food market. Everywhere, peasants and nobles of every culture and tongue clamour around exotic food stalls, and the air thick with fragrances I had never imagined. My nose is drawn to a lowly stall stacked with a dish that I could only dream of. I am pulled out of my haze by the halting grasp of Eason. Do not waste your palate on this slop, my lord. Bowls of stew are for peasants. We have much finer foods at home. I am the Kagan, and I want my bowl of stew. You can have a good meal or a nauseating meal, or become ill. It's a nauseating meal, but I ate it out of principle. And that's what being a Kagan is, I guess. Right, head down here. Let the traitor be known to all. We're going to have to head back. I'm about to be out of supply. So yeah, we're going to head back after this. Hospitality for a day. The journey has been long and tiresome, and my feet ache so much that my ancestors must feel it. As I feel I'm about to collapse from exhaustion, I feel something heavy weigh on my neck. Before long, I'm adorned from head to toe in traditional Kamrupi garbs, the streets alive with jubilation. Every house head beckons me to come inside and rest my weary laurels. It would only take a moment to regain my stamina, and I would be welcomed as the guest of honor. Kamrupi hospitality is legendary. Can I really afford not to see it for myself? 21-day delay getting pampered, or we must keep moving. We're a little busy, but I appreciate the offer. Leopard Struggle. Oh no. Our journey is violently interrupted by the sounds of tearing flesh and gnashing jaws, and the desperate cries of a woman about to meet her end. That would be this woman here. The noise is so horrific that it must have come from the depths of Tamag. Attempting to track the source, we find a desperate Baghatur struggling with a wild leopard. Her blade is wedged between the beast's jaws, but her grip is beginning to falter. We can send Yasui in to help. I can help, or I won't risk my life. We will help. I was mauled by the leopard. Well, that's not good. Bandits on the bridge. The soft rumour of the river we've been following for a while becomes stronger now. Some members of the entourage talk about making a short stop, get some fresh water, rest their feet. There's a stone bridge where the path turns. A couple of men rest with their backs against the parapet. One hits the other on the side and points to our group. A third man comes up from the shore, another looks up at us after spitting into the river. You know, this is actually a toll bridge. I understand. Brave of you to even suggest that. Or who do you think you're talking to? I am the Kagan. Well, I think this one would obviously be best. But I'm the Kagan. And it is our challenge. Next one. Right. Visited more capitals as well. Where are we? We must be somewhere over here now, right? Oh yeah, we're really... Oh, I was going to say we're really near our goal, but I forgot we're going down to the bottom of that and then coming back, so... We're not that near our goal. Right, next raid. I know I said we were going to come back after doing the raid, but I was like, we can go here, here, and then bounce back. Anyway. Kagan or peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we are all mortal. I was reminded of this as I woke coughing in the early morning hours, a dull ache pounding through my head and throat. My body is racked by shivers and weakness, and my head leaking from every orifice. Surely there must be someone in the realm who I can get to fix this cursed condition. Must soldier on. We'll be ill. It's okay. Next one. A taint within. Do no more than is necessary. We do have an infected wound, but no more than is necessary. Don't die from the infected wound, please. The reason I said no more is that should, in theory, give us a health boost, which will make us survive the thing for now. Also going to swing these scales back with prestige while I can. Not that I need to do that right now, but we'll do that. Yeah, that's fine. My high vassals committed sodomy. Yeah, I don't care. The macabre Scarecrow of Pagan. This is where I give you the bit of trivia where this word is said differently depending on where you are in the world, and it's said very differently in America. So in case you're wondering why I said it the way I said it, I said it the UK way, apparently, which is still wrong, because the UK way is trying to say it the French way, but it just says it wrong, apparently, after I looked it up last time. Anyway, strolling through the pagan countryside is not quite the peaceful lark I'd imagined. The sky is black with clouds, and the farmland fields are deathly silent. Is that person missing an arm, or is the... Wait, no, the arm's really tiny. Look at that. Her arm's really tiny and attached to her side. Okay. She just has a very tiny arm. That's so weird. Anyway. That is until we hear the ear-wrenching wails of agony coming from deep within the fields. As we draw nearer, we find a woman strung up to a post as if she were a scarecrow. From her dry lips and pale skin, it is apparent that she has been here for a while. Some of the members of my entourage implore me to cut her down, but is it really my concern? We'll show mercy. The woman grovels pitifully at my feet, bloodying the soil with her hands. Soon, members of my entourage hoist her onto unsteady feet, or onto her unsteady feet, pleading to hear how she came to be there. Oh, it was me mother, you see. She tells me I'm so slow and useless, I'd make a better scarecrow than a farmhand, so she tied me up. I thought I'd be alright, but it was torture. Intellect is clearly not her strength, but she offers me a small sum of wealth for my assistance regardless. She can come to my court. I don't think we're going to recruit her as a, as our woman, but I think... Oh, we don't have any space anyway. But, yeah, we'll let her come to our court. Right, make your way back home. That's fine there. We're not making a ton off of that, but it's you know, it's a reasonable amount that we're making. I'll get the herd for that one. Is that the only prisoner I got there? Yeah. Stolen Keepsake. In the quiet of her camp near Twang Winji, a shrieking uproar breaks the calm. My courtier, Thurzar, confronts my concubine, Isin, accusingly, holding a treasured charm. You thief, this was my mother's. You lying wench, it has always belonged to me, said Isin. Well, I think it's unlikely it was yours, given that you were just tied up as a scarecrow, so I'm going to say that it is probably Isin's. Using my powers of deduction. The steppe of endless water. I heard tales about the sea, about its beauty and its terror, and how it eclipses even the steppe in both. Today I see the great water myself for the first time. And finally I understand the gleam in the raconteur's eyes when they scramble for words to describe the endless water. I sit down and stare into the horizon, where the familiar clear sky of Tengrig gently touches the blue water. I feel salty mist softly caressing my face. The serene rhythm of the waves fills my ears. The tranquility of the sea is overwhelming, if only for a moment. That's cool. I like that event. Because we went and saw the sea, we get like a little extra event. Oh, I lost infected wound. Oh, that's good. We're no longer really ill. Oh, and I lost ill as well? Oh, well that's good. I'm just wounded now. That's a huge improvement, honestly, over our previous situation. And my wound healed. We're back to full health with no sign of anything bad happening. I think that was an event that would have triggered had we been at home, but it didn't trigger, so. The wrecked boat. As we travel by the Irrawaddy, we notice a loud man cursing his life and complaining about a traitorous crew. As we get closer, we can see him standing by the remains of a small wrecked trading vessel. "My lord, may I ask for a moment of your time? I'll happily pay for some food and assistance with repairing my boat," he asked with a pained smile on his face. I noticed most of his goods seem well kept despite his misfortune. "We can help out for a price, but we're in a hurry." "We'll help out." Danger, too bloody warm. I've travelled far from home and the ice-cold winds are far behind. Though at first the change in climate was pleasant and wondrous for my complexion, the air thick with moisture makes me feel as if I'm breathing through a damp cloth. The water is cooling and invigorating and helps greatly to offset the heat exhaustion, but it simply isn't enough. And say, sun, do your worst, or I need water. Sun, do your worst. We're going to challenge the sun. We got a health penalty for it as well. People are scheming. Okay. How to train your eagle. At 3 years old, Astana has become quite the skilled hunter, but there is always room for improvement. I decide to spend some time training her and see if she can become even better, or if I can learn something new about her. A lesson on the battlefield never harmed any seasoned hunter. Chance we get a whole bunch of bonuses here. She'll know of her realm's lands and how to navigate them. I'll teach her more about her people, or her improvement should be left to chance. Let's go for a seasoned hunter. Astana's wing. After our last training session, I noticed something off about Astana. A few of Astana's feathers have gone missing, and she's been unable to fly as high as she once could. Softly touching her wing, I can feel it droop more than usual, explaining her recent troubles. An injury can fester if not treated, but how shall I cure her? Let nature take its toll and I get weak eagle, or I know how to treat it. There's a chance that we get hail eagle from this, actually. We did. Wonderful. Chop chop. Oh, I hate this event. The massive chopping block in the middle of the logging camp of Ramu has seen much use. It looks like it's always been there, even before man walked this earth. My shoulders are tense, my forearm trembles slightly from the built-up stress as I approach the magnificent wooden trunk. I carefully place a piece of discarded timber at the podium, and in one swift motion I raise my axe. And then you get the most pointless event ever. You can A, have a 6% chance of being one-legged, a 57% chance of losing prowess for 5 years, or a 35% chance of getting some stress loss, or you can take a very minor amount of stress. This is an easy choice. Every single time the bottom answer is correct. However, this is a challenge, so I reduced my stress, but I got sore muscles for 5 years. There's a faction targeting me. Why? Are you unhappy that I've been at peace for too long? No. Okay. That's fine then. Are you back yet? Nope. You're almost back, though. Neighboring ruler won a war. Heading up here, neighboring ruler lost a war. These guys lost a war for a chieftain. Cool. We're almost there. Has we reached the new thing yet? No, that's it. That's actually just about to happen in like a year. True aim. Teeming with all manner of wildlife, Easton and I agree that Bokeh Nagar would be a splendid place to go on a hunt. While we don't have the time to stay for a proper outing, as we traverse the area, I spot a pristine wild rabbit at the edge of the forest. It has peculiar markings on its fur, and I motion Easton to survey the animal. As she spots the rabbit, she grins. What would you say to a friendly wager, liege? Whoever strikes that pristine fellow with an arrow wins. Well, it sounds like a deal to me. It's a challenge, and it's a challenge we'll win. We did. Rabbit in sight, we both slowly but purposely moved closer to the rabbit, taking aim for its tiny body as it gnashes away at a piece of straw. I pull my string and release as the arrow goes straight into the animal's body. The sudden impact launches it a few paces, then the tiny body slumps down into the ground motionless. I roar in triumph and Easton joins me in my cheer. Nice shot, she cries as I dart forward to pick up the trophy. Closer to getting friendship, she pays me money, and I just got a rabbit's paw. Lucky rabbit's paw, not so lucky for the rabbit. And that gets me my prowess back that I lost from the other one. I guess I'll get my prowess back properly in a couple of years as well, but anyway. Here, organized march increases travel speed by 25%. Means our travel's going to be much, much quicker now, which is good. Yeah. And we've arrived at Sumapor. Here I am, finally at the gates of Sumapor, the renowned university seat. All knowledge is collected inside these hallowed halls, and scholars of repute from all over the world assemble in these same hallways to preserve and increase the true wealth of wisdom. And I'll soon join them. Of course, major centers of culture are also active markets and offer all the distractions a student could ever desire. As I consider all my possibilities, the locals look at me with a mixture of curiosity and confusion. It's clear it's not every day they see us Kyrgyz. Alright. And with that, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. Now, I am going to say that I'm actually not here for the next couple of days. There will be videos coming out, but I'm not going to be here. So, if you want something to happen in like 2 episodes time, this is your opportunity to give me some feedback on that. Otherwise, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm kind of thinking we're going to have another episode of traveling back, given how long it took us to travel here. And then we'll probably be working on our plan to take this land. That's my rough thought, but yeah, we'll see. You never know how things will play out. And, you know, best laid plans of mice and men and all that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.